hello, and welcome back to the Backed by Bone podcast. As always, I am your host, Chris, aka Don Burgundy, on the internet. What is going on? This is episode 46. Episode 46. Let's dive right into it. So, past UFC event this past weekend. I didn't watch this because I didn't really care enough. But you had some interesting results on the card. Let's go. It was the Alexa Grasso Valentina Shevchenko fight night for the women's flyweight belt, which I don't know why this was a fight night, but it's probably because it was boring. Prelim card, Roman Kopylov got a KO slash TKO in his fight against Josh Fremd, Fremd, if that's how you pronounce that. In the middleweight division, like I said before, if you guys are a follower of the podcast, definitely keep an eye out on this Roman Kopylov guy. He is a force to be reckoned with in that middleweight division, so keep an eye on that. I would not be surprised if you see him on a main fight. I think 290 something. Um, Other than that, I don't really see anything else on here that is really that interesting. Nothing I really care about. Tracy Cortez, who I'm pretty sure is the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend of Brian Ortega, she won via decision. Draw overturned, weird. So one draw on the card. Then on the main card, Kyle Nelson, Fernando Padilla, I don't know who that is. Um, Raul Rosas Jr. ended up winning by KO or TKO in the first round against Terrence Mitchell. Definitely keep an eye out for this guy in the bantamweight division. Right now in bantamweights, Sean O'Malley obviously the champion, but you got some cool fights in that bantamweight division. I mean, just look at number 14, Adrian Yanez. I mean, he is an absolute killer. One of my favorite fighters to watch actually. I think his style and how clean and like precise he is. Um, his technique and his fundamentals are really good, so he's definitely cool to watch. Obviously, you have Dominic Cruz, Pedro Munoz, Song Yadong, Umar Nurmagomedov. Um, so definitely some cool fights in that division. So he could definitely make a splash in there. And then Kevin Holland apparently lost via decision to Jack Della Maddalena. I think I pronounced that right. And then the Alex Grasso Valentina Shevchenko fight went to draw, which is pretty interesting. I thought Shevchenko was going to beat the piss out of her, but maybe Valentina's just at the tail end of her career. I don't know. We'll see if she gives up the gloves, but taking a look at her last few fights. So this year she fought Valentina twice. The first time she lost, that was back in March, and the second time went to draw, so they'll probably have to run it back again. 2022, she only fought once against Talia Santos, obviously beat the brakes off of her. She fought twice in 2021, both KOs or TKOs. 2022 she fought twice, so she actually hasn't really lost in a long time besides this. So if I look back, obviously she lost to Amanda Nunez. That's fucking obvious. So let's take a look at 2018. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She was on an 8 fight win streak, and then she ran into Alexa Grasso and lost back in March, and then obviously she had the tie here this past weekend. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe she's at the tail end of her career. Maybe she's not. I don't really know yet. We'll see what happens. I mean, having a draw in a title fight like this is kind of fucking stupid, but I mean, I don't know. I don't make the rules. Next card coming up is going to be Rafael Fiziev versus Matheus Gamrot, and this is going to be it's at the Apex as well. The main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, so I probably will watch a decent amount of this. I mean, the fight I really want to watch is the co-main, which is Bryce Mitchell, Dan Ige in that featherweight division. I mean, looking at the featherweights, obviously Volkanovski runs the whole thing, but there's a lot of cool fights in this featherweight division. Dan Ige at 12, Bryce Mitchell 10, so definitely a cool top 15 fight here. But you could always throw some of those guys in there. I mean, this whole featherweight division is actually kind of exciting, just based off of the I would say top five is honestly just nasty. So if you have any of the top five fight anybody within the top 15, those are always going to be banger fights that would be almost worthy of main events. So, taking a look at the prelims really quickly. Don't see anybody on here. Cody Brundage is a name I recognize, but I don't know what he's been up to. Oh, Muhammad Usman, he's not. Usman on there, and Hannah Goldie's on here, so I forgot about that. So those are probably going to draw a couple of names to the card, but um, this is kind of a snoozer. Um, Charles Jourdain's on the card. He's pretty fun to watch. So they're trying to really spice up these fight night cards, but Michelle Watterson's on the card. But honestly, again, you really only want to keep an eye on the Bryce Mitchell, Danny Gay fight, and the Rafael Fiziev Mateus Gamrot fight. If I had to put bets now, I would say Bryce Mitchell wins. Second round via submission, and I'm not really too sure about this main event with Rafael Fiziev and Mateus Gamrot. Um, Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and randomly guess and just say Rafael Fiziev wins via knockout or TKO. We'll say third. And then next after that is the fight night is Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green. I have not seen this card stacked up, so I'm kind of interested now. Is this gonna be at the Apex? It is. In the prelims. Chris Gutierrez is on the card. Okay, he's an interesting fighting to watch. All right, now let's stick to the main card. Alexander Hernandez is always fun to watch. Oh, he's fighting Bill Algeo. That should be a good fight at featherweight division. Philip Lins is or Felipe fighting Ion Kutalaba. That could be interesting. Drew Dober fighting Rick Glenn. Drew Dober is obviously um, a staple in that lightweight division. He's been there forever. So I want to see him win. Joaquin Buckley on the card. So this is actually a decent fight night card, surprisingly. Um, Way on that later. Then there's another UFC Fight Night card, which I don't really care about. And then the next big card is UFC 294, which is going to be absolutely insane. It's Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira 2. You got Hamza Chimaev versus Paul Costa, Nasruddin Imavov versus Ikram Aleskarov, Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker. Um, just really, really cool fights on this card. Um, this is definitely going to be built out a little bit more. It's not until October 21st, so it's almost a month away, so they'll have more on the card as well. But yeah, that's definitely to look forward to. 295, John Jones Stipe, obviously going to be fucking insane. Um, Not a whole lot of other cool fights on this card, though, for whatever reason, huh? Okay. All right, well, that's going to be it for the UFC portion. Definitely keep an eye on that. Rankings always. I mean, you see Sean Strickland's goofy face up there on the middleweight division. Um, Pretty crazy to see. I mean, it's definitely good for that middleweight division, though. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I think they're saving something really special for um, towards the end of the year. So, I mean, obviously, Stipe John is going to be one of the biggest, and then Islam versus Charles is going to be, right up there. So, um, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. We'll skip that, but we'll go right into the NFL portion here. This past NFL weekend, we got two fights, two games tonight. Two Monday night games, 7:15 and 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Let's go back and take a look at my week one. So I had the Bills beating the Jets in that Monday night game. I lost that one, so that's pretty unfortunate. Oops. So we'll put an X here. Try and keep a tally. Vikings Eagles. I got a W on that one, so we'll put an O there. Ravens Bengals. I got the Ravens. I won that. Ravens beat the Bengals 27-24. Seahawks over the Lions 37-31 in OT. That was actually a really good game if you want to go and watch that back. I got that one wrong. I picked the Lions. Colts Texans. I picked Texans. Colts kind of actually shit on them 31-20. Even with the Colts starting quarterback going down for concussion. Bears Bucks. I actually picked the Bears. Bucks actually ended up winning 27 to 17, which I'm happy about, but not happy that I lost the pick. Buccaneers actually played pretty well. Chiefs Jaguars 17 to 9. Chiefs would take the win. I expected that to happen, so surprising that the Chiefs are kind of pretty slow to bring everything around this year. It's kind of weird. Packers Falcons. Falcons actually beat the pack here, surprisingly, in a 25 to 24 banger. Raiders and Bills. Bills mollywop the Raiders 38 to 10, even though the Raiders actually got off to a good start early in the first quarter with a nice touchdown from Jimmy G to Devontae Adams, but that was the only touchdown that they would score in the game, which sucks. Titans 27 to 24 over the Chargers. I took the Chargers there. That was actually a pretty good game if you guys want to watch that back. 49ers over Rams. Obviously, that one was lock of the week. Niners 30 to 23. Giants over the Cardinals 31 to 28. I actually picked the Cardinals. I don't know why I did that. I'm an idiot. So that was actually a really good game to watch. Sorry, I had to take a sip of some cherry limeade rain body fuel. Um, Jets over the Cowboys. Cowboys obviously win that. Yeah, the Cardinals and Giants game is actually really good. The Giants come back from a massive deficit to come back winning 31 to 28. Taking a look at the game really quickly. Yeah, they were down by 20 points at the half, and then they come back and absolutely smash the game. Daniel Jones, 321 yards with 2 tuds and 1 INT. He also had 1 rushing tutty. He also had 59 yards on 9 carries. So he's looking pretty good, but I still don't have any faith in the Giants whatsoever. Jets Cowboys. Cowboys stomp over the Jets 30 to 10. Cowboys looking like a really good team right now, but we'll see if they can keep it going. Commanders beat the Broncos in an actually very exciting game that I watched the majority of. I was actually surprised it was so good. 35 to 33, and there was some crazy, how do you want to call that? some crazy, some mishaps maybe in the last quarter. Quarterback of the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, throws an absolute fucking bomb into the end zone, and the ball gets juggled around, and then it ends up being a tutty for the Broncos. And the Broncos needed to convert on the 2 point conversion to tie the game up, but they unfortunately didn't make it. It looked like there was a bit of a no call on that last play of the game for the 2 point conversion. It looked like it should have been defensive pass interference, but um, whatever. I don't make the calls. I don't really care because I don't give a fuck about the Broncos. But Russell Wilson, 308 for 3 tuds and 1 INT, 56 yards on 6 carries as well as for rushing. I mean, he played pretty well. I'm surprised they actually played pretty well. But I don't know. There's just no defense in for both of these teams, which is surprising because the Commanders are supposed to have a good defense. I don't know. So I got that one right. Dolphins beat the Patriots in actually close game, surprisingly. I expected the Patriots to lose that, but Dolphins go on to be 2-0. Patriots 0-2. And then the games tonight, Saints Panthers. I have the Saints here, even though this is in North Carolina. I'm still going Saints. I'm a Derek Carr guy, so I'm going to go with Derek Carr. And then Browns Steelers. I think the Steelers look like absolute poo-poo, and the Browns are just starting to ramp up with Deshaun Watson playing the air guitar, so I'm going to go Browns as well. We'll go quickly into Week 3. We are Thursday night game, which is going to be Giants Niners. And this is honestly a no-brainer, another lock of the week. Giants did look better in their game this weekend, but dude, the 49ers look like absolute world beaters, and with the 49ers defense, I think they're going to shit all over the Giants. Giants might get blown out again. Falcons-Lions is actually a really interesting matchup because both of these teams are looking interesting. Falcons 2-0, which is surprising. Lions 1-1 after beating the Chiefs week 1 and losing week 2 in a very, very close game against the Seahawks, and that went to OT. It's in Detroit. I want to give the Lions the benefit of the doubt, so I'm going to go Lions one more time. If they fail me this time, I'm never going on them again. Chargers Vikings is a very interesting game as well. I don't know what. So the Chargers lost to the Titans, and the Vikings lost to the Eagles. They're both coming off a loss. I think both of these teams are 1-1, if I remember correctly. No, Chargers are 0-2, and Vikings should be 0-2. They're both 0-2 teams. Surprising because these teams look way better on paper. This is in Minnesota. Who do I think has a better offense, the Chargers or the Vikings? I'm going Chargers. Because both of these teams, it doesn't look like their defense is really doing super well. So I'm going to go with the Chargers here. And if they lose this time, because I'm pretty sure I bet on them, yeah, last week, if they lose this time, I'm off them. The Saints Packers is an interesting game here. This is in Cheesehead Stadium. Um, I think I have to go Packers here, just based off of their team. But they are beat up, so I'm gonna go Saints actually. Fuck it, why not? Send it out there. Texans Jaguars. I think the Jags are gonna be bouncing back, so I'm going Jaguars. Broncos Dolphins. I think the Dolphins absolutely dump all over the Broncos here, and this is, I think, first game in Miami for them. So Dolphins it is. Miami's about to go fucking buck wild. Yeah, because it was week 1. Where did Miami play? Yeah, they played it in LA at SoFi, and they won by 2 points in a high-flying offensive game. And then they beat the dog piss out of the Patriots in Gillette. So, season home opener for the Dolphins against the Broncos. I think they're going to shit all over them. You're going to see something crazy like a 40-7 scoreline here, maybe. Who knows? Titans Browns. I think Titans are gonna start getting it together. So I'm gonna go Titans here. Ryan Tannehill. Bills Commanders. I think the Bills are gonna have a tough time with the Commanders, but I think the Bills pull it off. Oops, I put two L. It should be two L's. Commanders. My spelling is terrible. I think the Bills are really that team. Colts Ravens. I want to go Ravens here because I think the Colts quarterback also got hurt. Patriots Jets is a shit bowl, unfortunately. I'm going to go Patriots here, but I would not be surprised if the Jets win this game. I'm actually expecting the Jets to win that game. Panthers Seahawks. I'm going to go Seattle here because I think the Panthers are kind of tanking. Bears Chiefs. I think this is going to be a really good game with two young quarterbacks, but I think the Chiefs take this. I think that might be game of the weekend. Cowboys Cardinals. I mean, unless the Cowboys absolutely drop the ball, they're going to absolutely dump all over the Cardinals, even if it is in Arizona. Steelers Raiders should be fun. I think the Steelers are really fucking bad. So I'm gonna go Raiders here because I do like the Raiders and I do also like Jimmy G with Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Eagles Buccaneers should be a decent game, but I think the Eagles absolutely crap all over them. So it'll be entertaining for that. So we're gonna go Eagles, and then again 2 Monday night games. Interesting. So the first Monday night game is the Bucks Eagles in Tampa, 7:15 Eastern, and then the second Monday night game is Rams Bengals, 8:15 Eastern in Cincinnati. I am not really sure about both of these teams because I haven't seen enough of out of them to really put any faith in either of them. Excuse me. So based off of recent performances, I think the Bengals are really hungry for a win, obviously because they're 0-2, because they started 0-2 last year. They only lost by 3 points to the Ravens. And who was the other team? The Rams lost by 7 points to the Niners. Week 1, the Rams have a win over the Seahawks, and the Browns got crapped all over the Bengals. Fuck. All right, I'm going Rams. Fuck it. I think the Rams defense is just going to dump on the Bengals. So we're going to go with that. So quick picks here for week 3. Just running off of the picks here. We are going Niners, Lions, Chargers, Saints, Jags, Dolphins, Titans, Bills, Ravens, Patriots, Seahawks, Chiefs, Cowboys, Raiders, Eagles, Rams. So last week for week 2, I got out of how many games? One, two, three. Out of 16 games, I got 7 right so far, and there's 2 left that needs to be played. So, um, pretty close to 500 here, so that's not too bad. Um, if I get even one of these games right tonight, I'll be at 500. If I get both of them right, then I'll be over 500. So there's that. But um, week 2 was tough for sure. Um, yeah, we'll see. Week 3, a lot of interesting matchups here. But that's going to be it for the NFL portion. NBA, again, season start is going to be October 24th. Very excited. Apparently, 75th NBA season. All-Star break in February. Okay. What is the Christmas Day games? Taking a look at this now. Opening night. Denver swept the Lakers left chance. Okay. Da, da, da. So, um, okay, opening night, October 24th, it's going to have Denver against the Lakers, which is going to be a good game. And then Phoenix versus Golden State, which is going to be a good game. Both of those games are probably going to be played in a time zone where I'm not going to stay up for them. So I'm just going to, probably get this out of here. Probably just going to watch the highlights. And then I forgot, but Victor Wembanyama is going to be on the San Antonio Spurs, and they're going to be playing the Dallas Mavericks. So, excuse me, that should be interesting to keep an eye on. I forgot LeBron and Kevin Durant. They haven't played against each other since 2018. Wow. On the 26th. Wow, so the Lakers have to go from playing the Nuggets to then 2 days later playing Phoenix. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Joel Embiid and the Sixers going to be playing the Bucks. That's going to be a really good fucking game on the 26th. Miami and Boston, October 27th. So it's going to be a home game for the Celtics. They're playing against Miami. Hoping a little bit of revenge here on October 27th. Um, okay. What are the Christmas Day games? The Lakers and Celtics are going to be playing. That's going to be sick. Sorry, so the Christmas Day slate. Milwaukee Bucks versus the New York Knicks at noon Eastern. That should be a good game. I always forgot that Christmas is like a really big basketball day. And Thanksgiving's a football day. Are there any? There's no way there's any NFL games on Christmas, right? Yeah, because the season. Okay, December. Yeah, there's a bunch of Christmas Eve games. Oh, no, there's some Christmas games. Okay. Because Christmas is on the 25th, right? Am I stupid? Oh, there is some. All right, dude, Christmas is gonna be huge for. Ooh, some good games. Christmas is gonna be huge for fucking sports. I'm about to have multiple screens on. But Milwaukee at New York. I think it's the Knicks. Because it's New. They say New York, so I don't think it's gonna be. Because I would say Brooklyn, I think. But if it's the Knicks, I think it's gonna be a good game. If it's Brooklyn, it's gonna be a bad game. Golden State at Denver is gonna be a dope game. 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Um, Dallas at Phoenix, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. That should be a good game, but like that's like not something I'm going to be staying up for. Um, Obviously, Boston at LA, 5 p.m. Eastern is gonna be dope. Philly at Miami is gonna be dope, 8 p.m. So there's some really good games on Christmas Day. Not only just basketball, but also NFL as well. For the first in-season tournament, what does that mean? Group stage will continue. What is that? I guess they're doing something new with this in-season tournament stuff. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that later. NHL preseason is starting soon, starting up this weekend. So I'm really excited for the NHL. Season start is October 10th, so we are less than a month away. Thank fucking God. Premier League, looking at the games quickly. Let's take a look here. Match day. I remember this match day not being very stacked. Um, I don't think any good games really. Man United lost to Brighton 3-1. Yeesh. Tottenham ended up beating Sheffield United 2-1. Good for them. Man City won 3-1. Liverpool beat Wolves 3-1. Aston Villa beat Crystal Palace 3-1. And then there's a game on today at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. Nottingham Forest against Burnley. Yeah, this whole match day was this week of matches is pretty lackluster. Looking at this next one upcoming for this weekend, anything good on here? The Chelsea Aston Villa should be pretty interesting. Arsenal Tottenham obviously is probably going to be the best matchup there. Arsenal I think is probably really pulling ahead to be the team to watch again. Let's take a look at the standings. Man City is at the top, so your top five are Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Brighton. Um, Man United looking pretty bumpy. Man City on a five-game win streak. Tottenham is 4-1, Liverpool 4-1, Arsenal 4-1, Brighton 4-1 as well. Tottenham, Liverpool, and Arsenal all had draws, which I would just say that's a loss. Whatever. Um, but yeah, Man United looking like dump. Man City looking pretty fucking nasty. So, let's see, who's Man City playing? Let's see. Where's Chelsea on here? Chelsea is way down, 14. They are 1-2-2. Oh my goodness. Chelsea getting the brunt of it. Where's Man City? Man City's not playing. Oh, they're playing Nottingham Forest, so that should be another easy win for them. So, when's their next interesting game? They're playing Wolves after that. Where's Man City actually going to be challenged? Well, they're playing Arsenal October 8th. That's probably going to be a banger, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out for that. And then we'll take a look really quickly at League of Legends news. Nothing really happened since last weekend, I believe. Because this past weekend, nothing really happened. So we're just waiting on the Worlds stuff to go down. So next match is going to be the Worlds qualifying series. It's going to be October 9th. So we still have to unfortunately wait about a month until more League of Legends play. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm still very excited for the tournament this year for the Worlds. It's going to be a new setup and a new format, so definitely cool to keep an eye on this. I mean, the play-in portion is kind of boring. Like no one really cares. I mean, it's kind of already expected. I kind of already assume who is going to be coming out of this. It's probably going to be the fourth seed from either LEC or LCS and probably PSG, I would think. They got Junjia and Maple. Junjia, former world champion, I believe it was EDGZ. Let's take a look. Yeah, he was. Look at how menacing that photo is with the fucking haircut, dude. That's like the classic Korean haircut, even though he's Taiwanese. Yeah, he went with EDG because he was on EDG for the longest fucking time. Okay. Good for him. All right, and then real quick into the ESL Pro League. There were some cool matches that I think did watch a little bit of. I just love watching Pro CSGO. It's fucking crazy how good these guys are. Let's take a look at some matches that's currently going on. I think we got all of the qualifying teams. Maybe I can break this into. Maybe not. Okay. Because you're going to see some really fucking cool matchups here. So they still haven't even gotten to the playoffs yet, which is crazy. So we're looking at Group D. Teams I'm expecting to come out of Group D would definitely be Cloud9, Liquid, and then G2. I mean, G2 is obviously fucking, one of the best, absolute fucking best fucking teams in the world. So I'm assuming that's going to be the three teams that are coming out of Group D. Um, Actually, I think it's four teams coming out of Group D, right? Yeah, because this is one, two. All right, my bad. The recording cut off, but so I was talking about Group D. So it should be four teams coming out of Group D. Looking at it quickly again because I closed out the fucking thing. Looking season 18. They haven't even made it to playoffs yet, but it's going to be an absolute banger of a playoffs. So coming out of Group D, I would think it'd be Cloud9, G2 in the final here for the qualifier. G2 is probably to beat Cloud9, and then Team Liquid and there's Team Liquid and or Complexity will be here, and then Team Liquid or Complexity will be here. Playoffs this round of 16 is going to be absolutely nutty. So keep an eye on that. As you can see, already some of the best teams in the world already qualified, looking really good. I don't know what the world's um, rankings are. It'd be interesting to see that. If I get to see the world rankings, is that somewhere on here? Where the fuck? Okay. Tournament statistics. No, I just want to see rankings. Um. Also, when's the next big tournament besides Pro League? Um. So whoever qualifies for this is gonna be Blast World Finals, and then let me go. Here's tournaments. So PGL Copenhagen. Okay, 2024. Let's go. Introduction. Valve events. Blast Paris Major already happened. And then the Blast World Finals has to be somewhere. So where is S tier events? Blast World Finals is December. The Blast Fall Final is going to be November. Coming up. Season 18. Ooh, I am Sydney. That should be sick. Let's take a look at that really quickly. Anybody qualified for this yet? Okay, you got some really good teams qualifying already. Group. So how many teams are? 16 teams. Okay, and then whoever wins goes to Katowice. Dang, brother. That'd be dope. I am Sydney. That's gonna be October. This is what I love about Counter-Strike. It's going all year long, and it's just like it's the best fucking. Honestly, it's the best in terms of congruent viewership. So where the fuck is St. Julian's? IEM Masters Sydney is gonna be your next big tournament after Pro League Season 18. Um, I don't know what Roubet Cup 2023 is. What are the teams that are qualified? Fnatic Astralis, Vitus Big, Ninjas Pajamas. Interesting. Damn, so many fucking tournaments going on all the time. Thunder Pick World Championship, dude. I've never even heard of this. Ents Heroic, Mouse, Saw, Complexity. So some decent teams. You just get to see like that's one thing I love about CS:GO is that you get to see top tier teams playing against each other all year long. So the storylines are crazy, and the competition levels just keep jumping and jumping. So, hmm. After that, CS:GO Asia Championships in Shanghai. What are the teams going to this? Okay, interesting. The Hussar Cup 2023. What the fuck is this? Chorzów? Is that Poland? Okay. And the Blast Fall Final. Oh, Blast Premier Fall Final. Two more teams need to be qualified, but it's already looking pretty good. And then obviously Blast Premier World Final in Abu Dhabi with $1 million prize pool. Holy moly! Winner gets the lion's share of 50 grand or 500 grand. Sorry. There's three more teams that need to fucking qualify. It's crazy. Um, wow. All right, global leaderboard. Let's take a look at the global leaderboard. All right, so based off of Blast Premier or whatever, this is the leaderboard. So Heroic first, Vitality second, G2 third, FaZe Clan fourth, Navi fifth, and sixth, which is surprising because they've been in a lot of finals for a lot of large tournaments and they came second, but sixth is interesting. Astralis seventh, Cloud nine, eighth, Team Liquid ninth, and NIP 10. Um, yeah, I mean these are just like your best teams. Somehow Heroic is just up there because they just won a bunch of tournaments recently. Um, but yeah, I mean you get to see these guys play each other like fucking all the time. It's fucking crazy. Anything else interesting here? Oh, Fnatic's really down there. Oof, my goodness, brother. Um, but yeah, tournaments coming up should be really interesting. That was basically what I just wanted to see was the global leaderboard, to be completely honest. Where's this world final? World final is December 13th through the 17th. Crazy. That's gonna be a lot of fucking games. What the hell? Um, Teams qualified for world finals are Heroic, Vitality, FaZe Clan, and G2. Um, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see. I mean, I think you know who's going to be in those world finals based off the leaderboard. Heroic, Vitality, G2, FaZe Clan. So the other ones are probably going to be um, definitely probably Navi, Ents, and then Astralis or Cloud9 because there's one, two, three, four of them that need to show up. So probably Astralis, Ents, Navi, Cloud9. Those are the other four. They're probably going to show up, and I mean those are the best teams in the world. Those are the only teams I kind of want to see anyway. So that's gonna be it, guys. This is episode 46 of the Back to Buy Bone podcast. As always, I am your host Chris, aka Don Burgundy on the internet. I am streaming almost every single day during the week and the weekend now, even if it is just for an hour. So please go like and follow, subscribe, all that shit. Twitch.tv/Don Burgundy. All of my links in the descriptions down below. I'm putting out weekly YouTube videos, one or two a week. Putting out YouTube shorts. So anything, follow me on Instagram. I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you a ton, and I will catch you guys next week.